We are back. Different dungeon, but it's going to be similar. And I want to talk to you guys today about something very important that we all like to neglect, which are legs. I get it. Leg day ain't as nearly as sexy as a chest day, sick arm pump. I know none of you guys really train shoulders like that, but that type of shoulder pump, back day, you feel powerful. Leg day, it takes the soul out of you. You know, like you really are fighting demons in there. But I'm going to tell you this right now, boys. If you guys need to be sold on legs, having strong legs and working out your quads, working out your hammies will help your upper body grow. It'll give you that muscle maturity you're actually looking for. And I get it. You guys know I'm not purely into aesthetics, but it is a huge side effect of the process. On top of that, having strong legs is important because we walk on these fuckers. We kind of need them. You get what I mean? So I'm going to take you guys through. You guys have been asking a lot about leg day training and how am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to do that? Which is why we're in a new dungeon. It's tough for me to show you guys from my dungeon specifically how to do legs because it's not really where I do legs at. And it's tough for me to actually hit a good leg day. I usually do more mobility stuff, which I will show you in other videos. Let's talk about growing the size of your quads. You guys know my framework, supersetting. You superset the same exact muscle back to back. And I completely forgot. It is time to take off the pump cover. Obviously, I'm going to tuck in because I'm a damn gentleman and it's tradition and this is what we do. But when it comes to supersetting, you guys know this. A lot of people do bicep and tricep, which isn't bad. Chest and back, which isn't bad. Or just hopping around like a monkey. But if you do supersets on the same exact muscle, and I know what you're thinking, superset on legs? Absolutely. The difference is we're going to take it even a step further. Supersetting a quad exercise with another quad exercise. But on the front end, the first part of the superset, we want to have a compound movement where we are kind of focused on the weight we're pushing, right? We're going to be somewhat conscious of these things. And then you follow it up with more of an isolation movement for your quads that's going to take it to complete failure. That's what it's for. First set, right? First part of the superset is about growing strength, muscle. It's a needle moving exercise. And then you take the isolation and do it what it's meant to facilitate to do. We'll just take that muscle to complete failure, then you rest and repeat. And you'll notice when you follow this framework, you're not going to be able to do that many sets because you're going to be very zipped out, especially on legs. But who wants to sit in a leg day for a while? It sucks anyways, whether you take a long break or not. It's awful. You might as well get in, get your results, and get the hell out. That's my motto. And you don't have to do it by spending 2 hours inside the gym or monitoring your rest times to make sure, did I get 4 minutes? Oh my gosh, I may have lost out on hypertrophy. Forget all that. You don't need to do that. Work your body into a type of shape, and the side effect is you're going to look like you're in phenomenal shape. That's the game. You guys are here for a reason. Let's get into it. First superset. Well, I'm going to do my best. The angle is not there. Believe me, I'm well aware, but you're going to have an idea. We're going to start off with something that you guys all hate. And you know what? Actually, let's bump up the weight because let's really go crazy on them. I don't feel like pulling out more weights because I just kind of want to show you guys. I want to get you guys to kind of see what the superset looks like. But on the front end, one thing I don't want you guys to sleep on is front squatting. Front squatting is grueling, and nobody does it for a reason. It's because they are grueling. But not only are you getting primo quad gains and strength, but you're increasing your upper body mobility. Shoulder mobility to be able to actually hold those positions is second to none. It's a very, very difficult thing to do. When you set it up, I come on like this, and I know a lot of people can't quite get there. You can cross your arms, but that means you have something to work on. You get what I mean? It's okay in the beginning to go like this, but in between sets, just kind of practice getting underneath the bar, and that way you can hold it like that. Because if you're on this page, you're a natural crusader, you sure as hell better do it correctly. And we might as well play the game to our peak. This is what the entire point of this is. Well, ready? Come over like this. Make sure I got a good angle for you boys. I keep my feet out in front of me, shoulder width apart. I don't try to flare out my legs. Keep my torso upright. I come all the way down. Like that. You're probably thinking, why are you pausing at the bottom? Listen, dog. This is my second leg training of the day. And I'm still Asking for the pain. Boom. Yeah. Oh, nope, it's gonna slip. That's it. I'm going. Yeah, and you heard me right, by the way. Second training day. I've been doing 2-a-days for quite some time. Past few months now. And I hit legs earlier, and I come back down, and I'm hitting legs for you guys again. That's how much I care. Superset time. So, this one might not be one you guys can do, which is why I'll show you guys an alternative. And obviously on the front squats, you guys are more than welcome to do back squatting and then practice that, but you guys know the superset. I like to do something that's gonna bias my quads more so, which are the front squats. And then they're also going to make me a ton stronger. If you have higher front squat, that's gonna increase your back squat by proxy. It's like incline benching to flat benching. If you have a higher incline press, it's gonna carry over into flat. So these are something I was actually just able to do for the first time today. But the beauty of this exercise is it still works even if you can't do it fully, right? And you guys have probably seen these. It's the reverse Nordic. Let's go over here. All you're gonna do is come all the way back like that. Yeah. You're probably thinking, dude, I can't do that. The way I started was by sitting on my knees and kind of just inching back, like little by little like this. That was it. Boom. You kind of come back, just sit back on your knees, boom. That's gonna help out your knees a ton in addition to trying to grow them. You get what I mean? So like practice a progression on this. Like I said, I'm gonna show you an alternative here in a second. These are worth working on because there's not very many movements that can resemble this type of pattern biomechanically. It's phenomenal for you. It's why people swear by Nordics. So reverse Nordics are only gonna do that as well. You know what I mean? So like as you kind of get better, you might be able to only stop right here. In which case, all right, cool, boom, that's how much I can do. And you start going back a little bit more. Make it a game. Okay, all right, a little bit more. That's too much, all right. And then eventually, you just kind of have to trust. And you're like, okay. See, I failed. And it's only because I was trying to do progressions for you guys, but you get what I mean? It's worth doing. Body weight exercises aren't like something you're like, psh. Because if you get super strong on something like that, of course you're gonna have wonderful gains. And even then, you can look up reverse Nordics. They are phenomenal at growing the size of your quads, in addition in a way that actually increases the mobility of your body. That is what we call a 2-for-1 special, boys. A 2-for-1 special. It's gonna make your body a ton more injury resilient. It's increasing the mobility of your lower body. And on top of that, making you strong and putting on more muscle. What more do you want? So I'll show you guys an alternative to that if you aren't able to do so. Works the exact same way. So we can go like this. You can hold on to something like this and do sissy squats, which are just these guys. Bring them all the way down, come all the way up. And it works the same way with the last progression. You're just going to kind of come slow. Oh, that's too much. Stop. But that's the progression. You want to get deeper and deeper. The more mobility you're able to instill, the more effective this movement actually is. You get what I'm saying? And then eventually you'll be able to do it. Be like, okay, let me see if I don't even have to hold on to anything. And then what I like to do is I like to creak back like this. It's kind of weird, but creak back and then try to come up by itself. And then you have this as an assist. That's the beauty of having just something. Because you can just go like this all day long and it works. It's like that. Sweet mother of God. Yeah. And that's it. It really is as simple as that. Like, is it excruciating? Absolutely. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh yeah, dude, it's a cakewalk. But training's hard. That's the point of it. That's what you want it to do. But the difference is I'd rather my hard go a lot further along than everybody else's hard. I'm already taking time to do this thing that is very, very difficult to do. It takes a lot of willpower. You guys know this, especially if you've been in the workout game. It's not like you're going in every workout like, this is going to be amazing. Fuck. All right, got to go to the gym. Then obviously after you get back, especially from a leg day, you feel borderline invincible. You're like, damn, dude, I went through it. I came out and I did not fucking tap. And we all know that. Like, if you have a workout where like I could have gone harder, but I didn't, it creeps into your brain. It's almost like doubt just starts to enter into the psyche. And you just start thinking, you're like, dude, I might as well just work my ass off here, get it done in an hour. And that's where time limits can actually be kind of helpful. You know, like in your head, like, okay, I'm going to give myself an hour and I have to get in and get out. It forces you to be on top of your game. You're going in, you're crushing it. But when you set up your supersets this way, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even have to be on leg day. But when you set it up that way, you're just absolutely full court press on the muscle, which, why else are we there? We might as well do that. And I'm doing it in a way where I'm actually performing better. I'm getting in better shape. And then my side effect is now I'm throwing on stupid tons of muscle onto my frame in a way that's actually suiting me. That's why I do a lot of mobility and stilled exercises, especially on lower body, upper body as well, but obviously lower body is where you really feel the mobility. Most people feel tight in their hips, they feel tight in their back, they almost feel like they have creaky knees. So that's why mobility is obviously going to take more of a precedence, right, on a leg day. You're going to notice it a lot more moving the needle. Where shoulder mobility, but it's not like affecting a lot of stuff besides if you're in the shower, you can't soap your back and you're pissed off about it. But leg mobility through your hips, you feel it throughout your day, especially if you're sitting all the time. Like for me, I'm always on my computer. That's where all my work is. The beauty of it is that I can do it from anywhere, but it also sucks because I have to sit down and do work, right? Like everything's tight. And so I had to learn new ways of being like, how do I really crank up the mobility on stuff? And of course, I have separate mobility stuff if I'm ever feeling extra tight, which is what I'll show you guys in here in like the next few videos. If you guys want it, obviously. If you guys don't want it, forget about it. But it's one of those things where you can instill a leg routine that's actually increasing the mobility of your lower body and making your body more injury resilient, putting on strength, putting on muscle. Like there's a ton of overlap here that people completely miss the boat on. And it's ridiculous. It's because they think like muscle growth is only muscle growth and hypertrophy is everything. And you don't have to do things that way. And I'm not just saying this, like I'm not saying this arrogantly, like I would not look at myself and be like, man, I'm really behind the 8 ball on hypertrophy. It's funny, a lot of the hypertrophy guys, I would say I'm significantly in better shape than, and you guys know this, lifetime natural. I ain't anything special. My genetics aren't that crazy. Genetically, I'm definitely stronger, but muscle-wise, aesthetic-wise, I was never meant to look this way. Not to say I look fucking old, man, my physique is perfect, bro. Like, it has nothing to do with that, but I'm very proud of where I was and what I've actually turned it into. And it almost happened the moment I stopped thinking about aesthetics. I used to work for aesthetics, and I never got there. And finally, I was like, dude, I don't even like doing this. I don't even care about it that much. I want to work out for performance, but in a way that's just super effective. Per unit of time, per minute inside the gym, I want my minute to go a lot further along than everybody else's. I want to crank that up to 100. And when you set it up this way with this framework and this type of supersetting, it changes the game. And I've never seen anybody else superset in this way. And that's why I feel so passionately about it, is because it does exactly what we all want to do. We want to lose fat, we want to gain muscle, and obviously this type of lifting, it's metabolically expensive, but you're also delivering stress to the muscle, which is going to grow your muscles. And then from there, you guys got to go through with the diet, right? You can't eat like shit and expect like, oh, everything's going to change despite my diet. That has to be in line, but it also doesn't have to be stupid either. You don't have to count your calories. Anyways, that's a story for another day. I'll have plenty of videos coming in. I got way too many video ideas, honestly. If there's anything you guys want, drop it down in the comments. And if other people like that, give that thing a thumbs up, and that way I know to make a video on it. It makes it a ton easier, and that way I'm making sure I'm making videos for you guys, all right? And I really do love what I do, man. I love having you guys here, and I love you guys very much. Anyways, appreciate you guys. Hope this is well worth your time. Uncle Rami out. Peace.